Hello and welcome to the Feminine Millionaire Show. I'm your host, Polly Alexander. I'm a success coach, healer, creative, and future millionaire. If creating money and success in a spiritual and feminine and joyful way is your goal, this show is for you. Let's all rise together. Hello and welcome to this week's episode of the Feminine Millionaire Show. This is how to choose the right coach, and it's a follow-up episode to the one I made recently about my thoughts on the coaching industry. And I wanted to really support you by offering some of my wisdom acquired over a decade of hiring coaches and share with you my tips and best practices for choosing the best coach for you. It is beautifully quiet here. We have construction work happening in the neighbourhood. So I'm recording this for you in the evening at sunset, and it's cooled down so the birds are singing in the trees. And Teddy Pom Pom is snoring gently in the background in case you wonder what that is. So let's dive in. So I'm going to share 5 things to do. And the first, when you're entering into a coaching container, whether it's a group program or one-to-one coaching support, the first thing you need to get clear on is what outcome you desire. What is the outcome you want support in working towards? And you'll see coaches offering discovery calls, and sometimes they can help you get clear on that. But really, you need to sit down yourself and map out what that successful transformation would look like for you. So there are all kinds of coaches. There's business coaches, relationship coaches, sex coaches, health coaches, mindset coaches, career coaches. I could go on. So a coach is someone that's going to help you facilitate and create transformation in an area of your life. And quite often what happens when we work on one area, we actually have a ripple effect on other areas of our life. I have witnessed significant changes in relationship with soulmate or life partner. For the women in my mastermind, sometimes they'll manifest a soulmate. Sometimes as they expand into their power, their husband will step up, inspired unconsciously by the shift in their energy, behavior, and mindset. But you want to start out with clarity on what you're seeking to create. Okay, tip number 2, follow them and get to know them. We're talking dating before commitment. I love Instagram for this, but it could be through a mailing list, could be through Facebook or Instagram, YouTube, a podcast just like this one. Many of you have got to know me through this podcast before you decided to step into a relationship with me. Now, that said, sometimes it is love at first sight and it just all clicks. You find the person you're looking for that offers exactly what you're looking for, and you accelerate the dating process and dive straight into a committed relationship. I've done this a few times myself. Do they embody some of what you desire? So the person you're looking to help you in this transformation, do they embody what you desire to create? Have they perhaps been on a similar journey? And most importantly, have they helped other people get the results you desire? Okay, tip number 3. Manage your expectations. This is really important. I get a lot of applications for discovery calls from people that are new to business or just starting out, and they say, I want to create 50K months in a year. Now, I'm not saying that's not possible, but it's highly unlikely. So be realistic. A 3-month or 6-month coaching program is unlikely to make you 50K months as a new coach. But what it will do is give you the tools to go on and make that 50K again and again and again with the learnings and clarity and tools that you get from that journey. So a lot of the time, the return on investment will come beyond the timeline of the container. Remember, no coach is perfect. All coaches are still human beings, and the reason they're coaching is probably because they're on their own personal development journey and they were drawn to give back. Take the parts you like and let go of what doesn't resonate. Try not to put your coach on a pedestal, because then you're just setting them up to fail. And also you're giving your power away. I truly believe that a powerful coaching relationship is a co-creation. No coach will fix all of your issues. Coaching is about empowering yourself to fix your own issues. And lastly, be open as to what you gain. It's often quite different to what you thought you would get, and sometimes a whole lot more. Sometimes the gain is unexpected, so it could be what not to do or what you don't want to do. So rewind about 8 years, and I signed up for a year-long high-level coaching program to grow a blog. Month 2 of the program, I realized I didn't want to run a blog, and for the remaining 10 months, I had to make my monthly payment for something I wasn't interested in. What that investment taught me was the direction I wanted to go in, but it didn't come in the way I expected it. So sometimes you'll get clarity that you don't want to go in a particular direction, or you'll get a big inner child piece or a big healing piece that comes up that you didn't anticipate. Tip number 4 is to take responsibility for your results. So I mentioned that I signed up for a program that then I realized wasn't aligned. Well, I was in integrity in my financial commitment. So be in integrity in your commitment. Honor your payments if you're on a payment plan. Show up as best you can when you've made that commitment. Show up fully and completely, and you will maximize your return on your value. Make that commitment a non-negotiable. So in my first high-level coaching mastermind, I used to wake up at 3 a.m. for the calls. I was in the UK, the calls were on US time, and I did whatever it took. I would wake up, stay awake for 2 hours, and then go back to sleep. And this is part of who I am and the way that I choose to show up to my commitments. As a coach, I give value in my sessions so that clients are motivated to keep returning. And I also like to have fun in our sessions so that they feel joyful to experience. I also have the best clients in the world, women and men that are committed to their success and happiness and abundance and their results. So I attract how I show up myself. I attract people that show up in the same way. Now, know that your patterns will show up in the coaching relationship just like any other relationship. This is really important and it doesn't get talked about. If you have a pattern of being overlooked or ignored stemming from childhood, it's probably going to show up in some way in your coaching group. So, for example, finding that your question doesn't get answered or no one sees when your hand is raised. Taking responsibility for your results is about asking for what you need and holding your own boundaries around what is acceptable. Show up in the Facebook community if there is one, and be open to building relationships with your fellow students. Some of the most valuable takeaways I've gotten have been in the form of people when I've been in high-level coaching masterminds. They are the relationships with other incredible women that have turned into lifelong friendships. That has been a source of incredible value. And lastly, I recommend working with the same coach over a period of time if it's working for you and you're getting results, because that relationship will just deepen over time. It takes time for a coach to know you, your patterns, your energy, your strengths, and your challenges. And that connection deepens over time. And the last tip I'm going to share, number 5, is to use your intuition. So when you're looking at working with a coach, tune in internally. How does the coach and their work feel to you? Does it feel expansive and exciting? What does their energy feel like? And what does your gut say? Your inner voice. Sometimes we get a gut yes, even though we can't rationally explain why. So when I followed that gut yes, it's always led me in the right direction. When you tune into their energy and the idea of this coaching journey, does it feel alive, exciting, warm? I recommend going for internal validation, that's how you feel, rather than external validation, so looking at their qualifications or testimonials. I believe that internal validation always trumps external validation. So let's recap how to choose the right coach. Number 1, get clear on what a successful outcome would look like for you. Number 2, follow them and get to know them. Dating before commitment. Number 3, manage your expectations. Number 4, take responsibility for your results. And number 5, allow your intuition to guide you. So if you're curious about having an experience with me around what it's like to do money mindset work, then I'm going to invite you, this is your last chance to sign up for the live workshop happening on Monday, the 22nd of May, how to identify and clear your money blocks. It's 2 years since I've offered this workshop, and I'll be pulling back the curtain on the belief shifts that enabled me to double my monthly income over and over again, and which my clients have used to create miracle money manifestations and attract, create, and hold on to much more abundance in their lives. So this is for you if you want to grow your income, improve your relationship with money, and claim a life with more freedom. And perhaps even money fears are getting in the way of you living a bigger life, maybe making the leap from a 9-to-5 job, investing in yourself in a bigger way. Perhaps you've got big dreams and desires and a big vision. So this workshop is suitable for all genders, men and women are welcome. You can be an employee or an entrepreneur or not working at all. The only criteria is that you have a belief in something greater than yourself. We're going to be doing live energy work, and I'm going to be diving into what is the vibration of wealth? What is the vibration of money flow? How can you create and attract more money and feel differently about money so that you can use that money to invest in a bigger life for yourself, in your dreams, your desires, your vision? Just go to the link in the show notes to sign up. I look forward to seeing you there. Have a wildly abundant week.